Good afternoon, everybody. I'm hoping that music will just fade. It has. Lovely. Thank you for organising that. This does feel a little bit over the top in terms of its presentation style, just given the paucity of people in the audience and the distance between us. Anyway, we're here to finalise the declaration of our candidates for the 2024 City of Casey election after the two recounts that have been conducted. For those of you who weren't here last Friday, I'm Glenn Patterson, the Chief Executive Officer here at the City of Casey, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here this afternoon. The City of Casey proudly acknowledges the traditional custodians, Casey's Aboriginal communities, and their rich culture, and pays respect to their elders past, present and future. We acknowledge Aboriginal people as Australia's first peoples and as the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we work and live. So my first task is just to, again, appreciate the involvement of the VEC in running the process for us through this election process. So to Amanda and to Lee and Jeff, who was here. Where is he? He's hiding up the back there at the moment. Really appreciate the diligence that you've applied to that process and the transparency of that, so thank you. So briefly, to those who've run as candidates, we appreciate you nominating to serve your community, the City of Casey, and the respective wards that you've stood for. So we appreciate it. That's, for many of you, taken a lot of time out of your lives in terms of campaigning with door knocking and being on your social media support campaigns, all those kind of things. So for being prepared to put yourself forward, thank you. To those who have been successful, we're about to hear the declarations of those results. We, certainly myself and the organisation, look forward to working collaboratively with you over the next 4-year term. You're joining a very large, complex, challenging and interesting municipality. Casey is the largest council in Victoria, and with that comes a lot of challenges but also opportunities. So I'm sure your experience will be a fine one when you eventually join the team. So at this stage I'm going to hand over to Amanda to go through those final two declarations. Thank you.
It's a bit bright. I might just take that out of the plastic because then I can read it. Thank you very much, Glenn, and good afternoon and welcome for the final declaration of the results for the Casey City Council elections. I too would like to reiterate the VEC's acknowledgement of the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on today and pay respects to their elders past and present and any other Aboriginal people here today. So as election manager for the Casey City Council elections, it's my duty today to declare the final results for the elections held on election day, October 26, 2024, for the Yakuna and River Gum wards, following a recount that was held for those two wards on Saturday the 9th of November. The results for each ward will be read in alphabetical ward name. So Yakuna ward first. In Yakuna, there were 6 candidates standing for election. A recount was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy for Yakuna. I hereby declare Scott Dowling as elected councillor for Yakuna ward. And Scott, would you like to come say a few words?
Well, survived the recount. I'd just like to say I look forward to serving the community and implementing my strategies and my vision that I've outlined for everyone, and which secured a few votes and resonated with people strongly that I spoke to. My team and I, which are only 4 people, hand-delivered over 5,000 flyers so we could door knock and actually talk to people. We didn't use Australia Post or anything else. I'm looking forward to working with the community and the rest of the council, of course, and meeting the new councillors as well. So I'm very happy to be on board. Thank you.
So the second ward to be declared is River Gum ward. In River Gum, there were 7 candidates standing for election. A recount was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy in River Gum ward. I hereby declare Lynette Pereira as elected councillor for River Gum. And Lynette, if you'd like to come forward. Congratulations. I don't know.
time limit.
People spoke for a minute or so.
I've written some notes when I had my glasses on, and now I don't have them, so I apologise. I'd like to thank you all for actually coming. I thought I'd only be here with Scott. I didn't know what else was going to be here now. So, yeah, a bit sad I missed out. We missed out on Friday, but anyway, thank you for coming. Firstly, I'd like to thank my family, the people who voted for me, as well my friends, my volunteers, of which I had about 20 people altogether in my team, and all of my supporters, which are not just in Casey. I've got a lot of, old school friends and all sorts of people all, helping me sort of ride this wave. I have to admit, I only door knocked 3 doors, and they were to put my call flutes up. Having said that, I've been on council before, from 2008 to 2012, and I've been waiting 12 years to get back in. So I've been volunteering for over 30 years. So my campaign, if you like, it's been going a very, very long time. So this means a lot to me, and I didn't enjoy my experience very much with the other council I was on. It was quite toxic, as many of you would know. I've actually had the good fortune of meeting quite a few of the candidates that have now been elected, and I'm stoked. I'm very, very pleased with the people that are going to be with me. I have high hopes that we become an exemplary council, and we do follow, all those rules, full of integrity, doing the right thing, actually representing the residents who put us here. That really, I'm passionate about that. I promise to represent with vim and vigour all of citizens, not just my River Gum Ward people, but everyone in Casey, all of us. It is for the betterment of the whole council. I'd like to pass my commiserations on to the unsuccessful candidates across all of the wards. It's a very, very hard thing to do. Unless you've done it, you don't really know how. It's a really emotional trip as well as physically demanding. The thinking you've got to do. You've got to be, you're exposed to the public, which a lot of people, it's not comfortable for a lot of people. You really put yourself out there. So I want to thank all those unsuccessful candidates, and I'm always trying to get people to run for council because I can't do this all, for another 20 years. I'm trying to get more young people to run. It's really important to me to also foster that and try to mentor some young people in. What else do I have to say here? There's a couple of big issues that I'm going to be facing and I have been already involved in, and one of them is the waste transfer station in Hampton Park. This is going to be one of my priorities that I will be focusing on, and I've already started working on that. There's a lot of people who are very upset and disturbed about this, so I'm going to be focusing my attention on that. Also, work with my nearby ward fellow colleague in Waratah to fix up the Hampton Park shops that are not in my ward anymore. That's my local shops. Bizarre. So he's going to work with me. I've already made him promise me to do that. So we'll work well together. And like I said, I'm very, very hopeful. I think we're going to have a stellar team. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. So this concludes now the declaration for Casey City Council elections. The results of the elections are available on the VEC website, and I've got Jeff upstairs, up the steps a little bit, has got some printed reports following the recount on Saturday. So congratulations to everyone, and thank you very much for coming to this final declaration ceremony.